Good morning and welcome to episode 1160 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. I've got Chris Rock, sports, orcas, frogs of war, and scientific breakthroughs in the cup of coffee in the big time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Beautiful. The
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Yeah.
A little bit of something for everybody in this coffee. Wes has a favorite old segment on deck. What the hell, China?
Ooh. Yeah, that's right. Got a double for you. What the hell, China? Some real dummies over there, and they're doing dumb things. So
we've been giving them a break. It's almost been 2 years since we've done a What the Hell China. We've been letting their foot off the gas on them.
There was a lot of it, for sure, during the whole COVID and Uyghurs discovery period, right? And then sort of, Well, also the banks, the banks took the citizens' money that we
did mention some things, but we didn't do an official What the Hell China segment, I should say.
But Wes has a couple that are worthy of bringing it back.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. What do you got, Mark?
Yeah. What do I have?
I took a peek, Wes, and he's got some of the best news I've ever seen on paper in the whole. So.
Yeah, the best business of all time is about to open up. We'll get to it. Yeah, it's good news.
You're going to want to stick around to hear about this proposition.
You're going to want to move when you hear where it's located.
What, a drive-through blowjob?
It's real close, Wes. But
real close. Yeah. Real close to that, Wes. And
okay.
Boy, that's a good idea, too. So, just they're flowing already today,
like
guys.
a track.
I have the
girl
second
hops in her
best,
car and you ride around the track.
Second best idea for a business you'll ever hear. Yeah.
You got a quarter mile to pop one off.
Like a lazy river style slowness.
Yeah. Like you put your wheels in the track.
Yeah. Like
car wash.
Yeah. She crap walks alongside the car.
Best news besides that, the development
Second
of that.
best business idea.
The foam is still all covered in that. I love it.
That's a great idea. How to support the pod. That's a great idea, too, if you like the show. Join our Patreon community at patreon.com/hardfactor. You get bonus podcasts there, up to 2, Florida Man Friday and the Hive Hour. Also, the Discord chat. It's our official group chat of Hard Factor in our Discord server. It's very fun. That's all at patreon.com/hardfactor. Go to store.hardfactor.com to get all the latest merch. Don't forget the merch extravaganza on the March 24th's live taping. So the night of March 23rd, we're going to be doing a merch extravaganza. Everything at the store will be on sale. And depending on how much you spend, you could get us to do something crazy. Some people are even thinking they might be able to get me to eat bugs that night. Whoa. So, and I don't want to eat the bugs. So.
Oh man, I got so many bugs in my backyard. I can send them to you.
Well, no, I'm gonna get something that there's no chance I'm eating a live bug, but I will eat, but a packaged bug, which is what I fear the most. I think Big Bug is coming for us all.
Like a scorpion.
I'm willing to do it for the brand, guys. I'm willing to do it. I mean, I'm doing whatever, Wes, whatever I can get my hands on here.
You've always been a team player, Will. Yeah.
But we'll see if the merch extravaganza viewers have got the the wallet to make it happen, because it's going to be pricey.
Yeah. No. A SIG inside is going to cost you this time. Let me tell you.
I got for probably less money than those two things. I have some new 1.3 liter 44 ounce plastic cups from that I got from the grocery store. Probably fill something up in those.
Nice. Yeah, those look good. 44 ounces.
Yeah, I'd probably do something for like $100 for that, for something crazy.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's all on the YouTube lives. YouTube.com/hardfactornews. Watch us tape the show live at 7:15 p.m. Eastern, the night before the podcast drops. Follow at Hard Factor News on social media. Anything else, guys, before we hop in?
Oh my God. I'm looking at I just looked up edible bugs on Amazon. They have edible tarantulas.
Yeah, no, I know, with the hair on them.
Holy moly! It's called
That's-
Eco
That's, I mean, that's not going to be.
Holy
That's
Why,
what I
why
was-
would anybody eat that?
So I volunteered to do that if our Instagram got to $100,000 by like a certain date, which it might get to. But you have to kind of preheat them and then scrape the
I'm
hairs
talking about
off.
bug patties,
Yeah.
guys. Like, look, I'm
Yeah.
talking. The thing I fear most actually is bug patties. The bug, the actual just dried bug. I'm not going to eat it in general, but like the bug patties is what.
No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's
your-
fine.
I'll eat
my biggest fear.
I'll eat like a tarantula for a lot of money. That I mean,
Yeah, the tarantula with the hair on it's probably the grossest thing you could possibly eat.
Look at
Lester,
this.
eat that?
Yeah, I mean for enough money.
Nice.
Look at this shit though. But it costs you like sorry, I know I'm taking up time, but
Your dignity.
No, go for. I mean, I want to hear about this.
a fucking one tarantula. So you get one Thai zebra tarantula, and it costs $25. Yeah,
But it's alive.
no, it's dead. But they've got all kinds of
But
stuff.
it might be alive. It's a
They
grab
got all
bag.
kinds. They got crickets. They got trail
That's
mix.
for like a connoisseur. That's for a bug connoisseur.
This is for
I'm more
freaks.
worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more worried about like the big bug factories. They just want to take bugs, crunch them into patties, and then make all humans eat them like it's in the Matrix.
Right.
Yeah.
That's safer.
It's more of my concern.
Well,
but
throw some dough at us, and we'll see what we can do.
yeah, exactly. We'll face our fears for you. And
I'll
for
come.
us.
I'll come on a dead tarantula,
There you go.
like that pizza from Gainer Bowl.
Yeah. It's all for a good cause. Supporting the pod.
I've watched that video at least 100 times.
Oh no! Let's do the news.
I feel bad for everybody that looked it up
Kidding.
today.
Intern Al sent us a at Gainer Bowl, and he's like, "Looks like his account's down." We're like, "No, it's
tried,
Gainer,
but
it's
no, he
Gainer
found it.
Bowl." Yeah.
No, Al. No. You spelled it wrong, Al.
Yeah.
Let us get you the right link, bud. All right. Let's do the news. Cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Trending news at the time of taping. But first, a fun fact from listener Simon C. And he said, 48 years ago today, and this was on March 6th when he posted this, genre-less musician and cult hero Jim Sullivan disappeared without a trace in a New Mexico desert, most famous for his song UFO, which details him being abducted by aliens. His death has caused conspiracy theory galore. His last words to his wife were, "You won't believe what happened to me if I told you, but please don't worry, everything's okay. I'll call you from Nashville. Never seen again."
Wow.
That's not something you worry when someone says that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. You're so worried. And then rightfully so, because he never was seen again.
What does genreless mean? Like weirdo?
I know. I listened to the UFO song. It's like, yeah, it's like jam.
Can't put my
music.
finger on what kind of music this is.
It's just such a
genreless.
jam. There's no
Yeah,
genre. It
Got it.
transcends genres. Yeah. It's
Got it.
yeah. It's
So
like
the government
jam.
killed him probably because he either was really abducted by aliens and knew too much, or aliens got him.
He was also Wes, his
DUI.
car.
An
Wes,
alien fell in love with him.
great options.
Or
Great
DUI.
options. All of them. Here's a little more flavor too. His car was last seen and left at a ranch, and so he had parked somewhere on somebody's property, and then
Oh, a serial killer got him.
I mean his car was there. He was just never seen again. So who knows? Could be any of those things, but. Yeah, Jim Sullivan. Fun fact.
Interesting.
Well, not. I mean, it's like kind of a morose
Interesting.
fun fact. Interesting fact.
Yeah.
Thank you, Simon C. All right, let's move on. In entertainment news, the Chris Rock live comedy release on Netflix called Selective Outrage dropped over the weekend, and Rock goes hard over his Oscar slap that he received from Will Smith and much more, and it is very funny. So I don't want to give away any of the jokes, but he worked hard on it, and it shows. Fellas, your thoughts? I know you watched it.
I'm watching it tonight. I haven't.
Oh,
You
okay.
haven't seen it yet, Wes.
Yeah. no,
I really
haven't
liked
seen
it. I liked it a lot. I've always enjoyed Chris Rock's stand-ups. He's always been one of my favorite, and I thought this one was really good. I think Chappelle's, overall maybe has a greater body of work, but I think Chappelle's kind of fallen off in his recent stand-ups, whereas I think Chris Rock didn't fall off at all on this stand-up.
This one was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. I thought the middle, the beginning and end were so good that I just like, the middle got a little slow at times for me, but I was like,
The abortion
beginning
jokes in
and
the
end
middle
were
had me
so
rolling.
funny.
I was laughing.
Oh, those
were
yeah,
hilarious.
his angle with that is
abortion
very
jokes were
funny.
I thought it was awesome, and then I also think that he definitely 1000% did the entire special because he's such a good comedian and can do these specials if he really puts his mind to it. Once a year. I think he made this special 100% to make fun of Will Smith. I think he reverse engineered a special, got in touch with his contacts at Netflix, and then just did this just to absolutely annihilate Will Smith. Because
Which he did in the end. So it's worth watching the whole thing.
It wasn't to make money. It wasn't because he wanted. It was all to get back at Will Smith.
Yeah, because I mean the end was just a
massacre.
If just enjoy the end if you watch it. But not everyone was impressed like we were, Mark. Check out Kelly, the Queen Lawler at USA Today. In her review, she says, Chris Rock becomes a sad old man yelling at clouds in live Netflix special.
I don't think so at all.
She was mad about the woke jokes. He makes some woke jokes. But I mean, who doesn't in a comedy
Sebastian
set these days?
Maniscalco, the last one. Like, everyone's making woke jokes.
Exactly. Everybody does. I mean, like, why is she mad about that? It's just what's going on in the world. That's what comedians joke about. Yeah. Also, Rotten Tomatoes is full of Will Smith fans as well. 60% on the critic score, but you see 85 on the audience. So I still suggest watching it. It's a certified hard rating from Hard Factor Will. For
the one clip I saw was hilarious.
It's hilarious. The special is very funny. Chris Rock's hilarious.
Watch it tonight.
Yeah. No, I mean, I thought it was good, but it is like, it's one of those things where people really like it or they really hate it. And it seems like Will Smith fans basically are just fucking pissed because he goes so hard on him. But I mean, what do they expect? Will Smith slapped the shit out of him.
At this point, I'd happily put my hat in the Chris Rock fan over Will Smith fan these days.
Oh, I mean, who isn't? 85% of Rotten Tomatoes fans are. Yeah. If you go read those like individual reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, all the negative ones are like somebody being like, he says he wasn't making fun, bullying Jada, blah, blah, blah. It's just like people,
I will say he contradicts himself a bit because, again, we don't want to give anything away, but he opens it up making a joke about how, with the woke thing, how people were like saying words hurt. And he's like, no, they don't. They're words. But at the end, he absolutely annihilates Will Smith with words, and that hurts to the core. So he's a little bit off on his take that words don't hurt, because when you're a masterclass comedian that spends a year trying to destroy someone, words can hurt.
He's like a black belt of words, though.
Right?
Exactly. So like, so
words don't hurt from most people, but from Chris Rock,
his can sting a little bit harder. Yeah. Well, a great special. I suggest people watch it. A guy that Rock talked about a lot in that stand-up, Kanye West, got a rare slice of vindication this week as a TikTok video of his 9-year-old daughter dancing to a song about getting backs blown out went viral. And so Kanye, he was complaining about that before. He like posted another thing like, look, now y'all see what I was dealing with. Also in California, Gavin Newsom said the state won't do business with Walgreens over abortion pill restrictions. Walgreens has also been rapidly shutting down locations in California due to constant looting. So it seems like a very messy breakup for those two over in the Golden State, what they call it, I guess.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Also, lots of videos of looting in Atlanta now. So
saw that there was a big protest. They're throwing Molotov cocktails. At,
Antifa stuff, Antifa stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't look too much into it.
Hasn't left Atlanta, it seems like, because weeks ago they were doing the same shit.
Yeah, they've been like knocking down glass.
Yeah.
Well, they have so many letters in common: the A's and the T's and the A's.
ATL. It wasn't an L and T.
I mean, but it's close. There's a lot of A's and T's. There's an N.
Yeah, their logo for that city probably looks so cool they just can't leave, right?
Exactly.
They're just match made in heaven. In sports, Saints got quarterback Derek Carr for a lot of money.
Oh, that sucks for them. Wait a middle for the next 8 years. No one's happy about that.
I don't think any Saints fans are really through the moon about it.
Oh, great. We're going 9 and 8.
Where'd he come from? Where was he playing before?
The Raiders.
No.
It feels a lot like it feels a lot like the skins going on Carson Wentz last year.
Yeah, exactly. Every year, like Derek Carr has a good off season, and there's hope. But I don't think the Saints. What is Michael Thomas going to rewind the clock 7 years? I don't think that the Saints are going to.
He hasn't even played the last 2 seasons, right? Like
I played like 2 games. Yeah, no, it's not going to help much. No.
Speaking of people not playing, Novak Djokovic got denied by the U.S. government to come play tennis again over being unvaccinated. The COVID travel rules will finally expire in May. So it's March now, and the world number one will be able to play in America again for the U.S. Open, which is in August, because that'll be after the rules expire. But it's pretty funny that like he applied for the exemption because he's had COVID before. I guess that like is if you've
Just
had
as
it or
good,
something,
yeah.
it's like something like being vaccinated.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Anyways, he didn't get the exemption, but it's only like he's the world's number one tennis player. It's only 2 months before the thing expires. It's a major fuck you to Djokovic from somebody in the federal government. So, so he won't be playing in Cali this weekend, but he'll be back to probably win the U.S. Open in August. So
They're fucking fucking with his record.
Yeah, they're fucking with them for
yeah,
sure.
but he's
They're
still fucking play the
his record,
major.
all right. Yeah,
He
yeah.
gets to play the major still. I mean, you know,
They're
as far as
costing
like
him-
title chasing,
They're costing him whatever the purse for first place in that tournament is what they're costing.
right? Yeah,
Over $1 million.
Yeah,
Grand
exactly.
Slam, yeah.
Costing him like $2 million. Yeah.
He did say he wanted to play. He was really upset that it didn't go through, but he'll be back. I mean, whatever. The sport from sports to hunting again. Hunting's been hot in the trending news, but this time it's not humans hunting. It's a different apex predator making the trends as the pair of shark hunting orcas we've talked about before with the floppy fins from South Africa are at it again, feasting on shark livers. Taking it to the internet. Cape Town marine biologist Dr. Alison Kock, K-O-C-K, says, at least 17 seven-gill hashtag sharks have been killed by the infamous hashtag killer whale pair, port and starboard, this week in South Africa. Only the livers were eaten, the leftover carcasses washing ashore. So you see there, 17 of these sharks with the fucking liver eaten out.
Well
And
said,
there's
Dr.
seven-
Cock.
Is 7-gill a age thing or a species thing?
It's a species. That's a seven-gill shark, and they just took the livers out of 17 of these things, just hunting together. Port and starboard, these two orcas right here with the flopped-over fins. They've been trending for their shark killing sprees since at least 2020, and it seems like the pair of 23-year-old males are just getting into their bloodthirsty prime.
Yeah, they're eating yours. Yeah.
And orcas can teach their young this kind of shit too. So if this, hopefully
Yeah,
this
in
is
one
kind of
hunt
like
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if these guys and we now we'll learn more about orca reproduction, whale reproduction on the High Five later this week. And so once you know more about that, you can really think about what two rogue males could accomplish in the whale world.
Oh yeah. Dr. Cock, great porn name.
Allison
Yeah,
Carr.
it is.
Dr. Cock. Yeah.
Yeah, her name's the best.
Yeah.
All right, and from sea battles back to battles on land, guys. Do you hear something? Do you hear? Is that a frog? That's right. Frog War is back. Frog War is back on Hard Factor today because the battle for Bakhmut, Bakhmut, Ukraine, rages on with Russia's Wagner group, the mercenary division of the Russian army, trying to take the city. And also China has announced that they're going to apply more upcoming pressure on the goal of reunifying Taiwan with the motherland. So we're going to cover those both real quickly here. Yeah, both not great news. Frog War big time here. First in Ukraine. The Red Army's Wagner Group, private army division headed by Yevgeny Prigozhin, who a lot of people think may be like a challenger to Putin or something, have released several videos from inside the city of Bakhmut stating that they will take it once Vladimir Putin gives them enough ammunition. But apparently the Wagner Group is also worried that they may get hung out to dry, not given that ammunition they need, and scapegoated by Putin if he gets cold feet and the war is going south.
Challenger to Putin's throne sounds like he's going to Prigozhin through a window.
He's like one of his top guys, but also
Cruising
Russia,
for a bruising. Yeah,
exactly. That makes you like the number one contender too. Yeah. So hard to know what to believe there with
calling him out for more
Prigozhin.
ammunition. I would.
Yeah, and also one of the Wagner Group guys got denied entry to a Russian military thing too. So it's crazy. A lot of frog war going on.
Wouldn't share canteens with Prigozhin these days.
No
thanks.
Yeah, Putin.
No, I had a lot of water yesterday. I'm good.
Don't go to any above 5th story meetings with Prigozhin.
Yeah.
Everybody's flying out the window. Yeah, so it's like it's tough to know what's going on with that, but basically they're battling for that city, Bakhmut. Ukraine is still trying to defend it. Drone War 1 is nuts, and I'm not going to show you the videos that are trending along with this because it's literally like there was a video of Russians just executing a Ukrainian dude,
Right.
and they put it like they just put it out. So like there's HD footage from these battles being posted constantly online. More military demands for deadlier ammo all the time on both sides. Like Wagner Group's asking Russia for more ammunition. Ukraine's asking America for cluster bombs, shit like that. And at this point, most of the territorial lines are pretty well defined outside of those areas where the battles are taking place right now, like in the northern Donbass region. 1 year in, and Russia has basically gained one city of Mariupol and a lot of rural territory in the Donbass region, which is like southern and eastern Ukraine. And Ukraine has also reclaimed 2 cities back from the initial Russian advance in Kherson and Kharkiv.
That's embarrassing. Look at that. That's an embarrassing map for Russia.
For a year of work, they didn't start. They already had Crimea, and they already had a lot of Luhansk and Donetsk around that area.
That's
So
embarrassing.
A lot of deaths for not a lot of territorial change.
right, yeah, still just sort of like similar lines of demarcation. I mean, Russia's definitely gained some territory, but you're right, Mark. Tons of deaths for that little bit of land.
Sad.
Yeah, so as always, just hoping that the war somehow ends for the regular citizens on the ground there. But, frog of war. Never know. Now on to Taiwan, where they're watching China's National People's Congress like hawks, since upcoming plans will include proposals on promoting quote-unquote civil exchanges between mainland China and Taiwan. And China's spokesperson added that, quote, the mainland will push national unification onto a fast track.
Right. Civil exchanges, and you give up all your rights and become China.
Yeah,
We let you live.
Right, Mark. It's like the USA announcing that we plan on bullying Canada into being the 51st state
It's like
to
the
unify
USA
North America.
in Hawaii in 1893.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Big time Hawaii vibes. Mm-hmm. Ribbit.
It's Hong Kong Part 2. I mean,
Yes.
Ribbit. Yeah. Hong Kong though they actually had that was like
They had an agreement though. Yeah.
The Hong Kong had an agreement to return to China at some point. Taiwan does not.
right.
No,
So-
they do now. They don't want
well,
it.
according
They don't.
to
I mean,
Beijing,
they don't have it, but it's there. There's an agreement that one side has. Yeah.
yeah. So not great for
That sucks. Yeah.
either of those countries. Really, hope that the folks there, because like the citizens of those places are the ones who are really getting fucked over in all this.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, which brings us to better news in.
The cream of the crop!
The cream of the crop today, guys, is that the scientists have done it again. Luckily, it's not leaking a global pandemic onto the globe I'm referring to. This time, it's the advancement of a new type of medicine to combat negative fungi from forming in and around the human body and on plants. It's a super effective fungi-killing bacteria that German scientists have named Keanu Reeves. Yeah,
Okay.
Keanu Reeves. They literally named it after Keanu Reeves
Because they're big fans.
because of how good it is at killing.
Right. Because of his movies. Yeah.
Yeah, good John Wick.
Yeah.
Because of John Wick.
Yeah.
And I guess Neo's really good at killing like the Agent
Yeah.
Smiths.
Yeah. Certainly at the end of the first one. Yeah. Yeah.
Once he got his skills, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so anyways, Keanu.
Stop.
Maybe Point Break.
And all the
Point
bullets
Break. He's
fall.
just such a good cop too.
Yeah. True.
Like,
True. Yeah. And he let Bodhi go on that last wave. That was
right.
pretty
He
cool.
knew what to do. Like he was a smart
He's
smart
not coming.
regulator.
He's not coming back.
So is
Exactly.
this going to cure like athlete's foot?
Probably so, Wes. It's going to cure a bunch of shit. Mold on produce,
Yellow
fruits
toenails.
and veggies. Yeah, maybe some of that. Yeast infections. That's the big one. They said that it's going to crush
Yeah,
yeast
get
infections.
Keanu up in there.
Yeah.
yeah, Keanu
That's what they're
is
calling
so
the
good at
Keanu. Yeah.
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 It's going to leave it so clean. When asked by a fan about it during a Reddit AMA, Reeves gave the most Keanu reply of all time. And so there's a few different voices in here, and I'll try to explain them as I go. Here's the poster. Mr. Web 06 says, hey, Keanu, researchers from Germany found a compound naturally produced by some type of bacteria that is so effective at killing fungi, they named it after you, Keanu Mycins. And here's the quote from the German scientist. The lipokitines kill so efficiently that we named it after Keanu Reeves because he too is extremely deadly in his roles. Goats, the scientist said. So what are your thoughts about that? Also, have a good day. That was from Mr. Web 06.
What a nerd.
And then
Yeah.
Keanu replies to that and he goes, hi, thank you. They should have called it John Wick, but that's pretty cool. And surreal for me, but thanks, scientist people. Good luck, and thank you for helping us.
Well done. Nailed all three of those accents. Yeah. What is Keanu's name transfer to, like Ocean Breeze? Did he just come out with a full head of hair and his parents knew he was gonna fuck?
He was
Something over the mountain.
6'5".
Yeah, what the hell? He came out of that womb and like his mom was attracted to him or something. What is going on with that guy? Smoothest dude.
Yeah. Is he an alien or a robot? Like, is
Maybe.
it? Yeah, he's like the perfect human.
But he's like Elon Musk's twin brother that like got all the charisma and like
right from and Elon's the Danny DeVito.
yeah.
Yeah, Keanu's the Arnold.
They'll love you later, Elon. Just don't try too hard. Like
I mean, that's pretty cool. I'd like to be named after the bacteria that cures yeast infections. That's
Yeah,
great.
for
Dude,
sure.
it's so cool. Keanu Reeves just keeps being the coolest
Just
guy
walking around,
ever.
like, you're welcome. Welcome.
better than being named after the thing that caused yeast infections. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Candida.
Yeah.
Oof, whoever Candid is I don't know who they named Candida after. That's a bad one. But so thank you to the scientists. Thank you for Keanu Reeves for all that you do. And that's today's cup of coffee in the big time, which was brought to you by Factor Foods. Spring is almost here for me. It is here for many of you. And the only thing powering me up to dig out of this late winter snow is Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Get nutritious, chef-prepared meals delivered straight to your door, leaving you time and energy to tackle everything on your to-do list. Look and feel your best in time for warmer weather with calorie-smart meals that are around 550 calories or less. Factor, the meal kits are a secret weapon for weight loss because even if you're not doing the calorie smart, it still helps you with portion control. Really helped me lose some weight. So too busy to cook? With Factor, skip the trip to the grocery store and skip the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. All you have to do is heat and enjoy. Factor has delicious flavor-packed meals to help you live life to the fullest. Choose from keto, vegan plus, veggie, calorie smart, Protein Plus options are on the menu each week, prepared by chefs and approved by dietitians. Each meal has all the ingredients you need to feel satisfied all day long. Want to cut back on takeout? I know you do because
Yes.
you'd save money,
Yes.
right? Yeah, get Factor instead. Not only is Factor cheaper than takeout, but meals are ready faster than restaurant delivery as well. In just 2 minutes, heat it up, enjoy. Put the time and money you save towards planning activities for when the weather warms up and you actually want to get out. Endless options to enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. You can also get snacks, stock up on everything you need from Factor. Head to factormeals.com/hardfactor50 and use code HARDFACTOR50 to get 50% off your first box. That's code HARDFACTOR50 at factormeals.com/hardfactor50 to get 50% off your first box.
What a deal.
Yeah. What a deal. What a deal. Guys, would you rather look at your neighbor's windows or a beautiful row of evergreen trees?
The trees.
Easy.
Right. Yeah. Trees, right?
Trees.
Everyone says trees. That's because it's the correct answer. And with fastgrowingtrees.com, you can get a privacy fence of 6-foot trees, 7-foot trees that you'll never have to repair or replace for half the cost of installing a fence. How's that sound?
That also
Sounds pretty
sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. And trees look better than fences, too, quite frankly.
You're building a yes ladder here, Wes. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fast-growing trees Topless.com's plant experts curate thousands of easy-to-grow plant, shrub, and tree varieties for your unique climate. Meyer lemons to evergreens and everything in between. So you just go on the website, you say, hey, I live here, and they say, here's what you can plant, here's what's going to thrive, and our trees are awesome, so they're going to thrive even better than anything else you're going to buy. Wish you had your own personal plant expert? Yeah, well, now you do with fastgrowingtrees.com. Their experts will help guide you on how to diagnose and treat common plant problems year-round. No more waiting in long lines, hauling heavy plants around. My God, going to the fucking nursery? Jesus, what a hassle. With fastgrowingtrees.com.
I got a few plant experts. My pets like to plant their ass on the couch. You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah, that's right. With fastgrowingtrees.com, you order online, and the plants come to your door, right? Mm-hmm. And listen, the price of avocados is going up. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. So I said, you know what? Yeah. How about I grow my own? So I'm getting my very own Haas avocado tree, and I'm going to have avocados at my fingertips. And that's pretty awesome. Not many people can say they have avocados at their fingertips.
No. Not many. That's a powerful selection, Wes. Good call.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And with Fast Growing Trees, 30-day Alive and Thrive guarantee, you know everything will look great fresh out of the box. So join over 1.5 million happy Fast Growing Trees customers. Go to fastgrowingtrees.com/factor now and get 15% off your entire order. Get 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/factor. Also, what a great gift. I mean, you know, you can't for the person that has everything, like an avocado tree or a Meyer lemon tree. Holy shit,
great
knocking their socks off.
Yeah. And the packaging, it's incredible. You won't believe it. Like it's it's the freshest tree you've ever seen. It comes in a it's so incredible.
Not messy. Yeah,
amazing. So get in there. Fastgrowingtrees.com/factor, 15% off. Guys, it's time to go to China for a what the hell China. Okay, first up, guys, this is what's known as an Asiatic black bear. Pretty cool, right?
It's cute.
It's
yes,
very cute.
Got like a mane. There, it's got like some brown markings on the chest. Some like this perfect bear ears, basically.
Mickey Mouse ears, almost.
Yeah. How heavy is that thing, Wes? Because it looks like it might be a little smaller. Like more.
Yeah, they are. They're not as big as like a black bear. I don't think they can get to like 250, 300, 400 pounds.
Oh,
like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're not as big as like nowhere near as big as a grizzly. And guys, this is a Tibetan Mastiff.
Right. Okay.
As you can see
where you're going. Similar markings.
Very similar markings. Yeah, but one's a bear.
Right.
You see, both have 4 legs, both have fur, but this is a bear. This is a dog.
Tibetan Mastiff, and the bear. Correct me if I'm wrong, Wes, but the bear is still going to be bigger, even though a Tibetan Mastiff is a huge dog. The bear is still a larger animal. Yeah,
it's still a bear. That's right.
About double.
Yeah. So once again, that's a dog. That's a bear.
Right.
Most people can tell the difference if you show them a bear and a dog. Even these two, which look, pretty similar in markings.
Show them again.
Coloring,
Don't say them though. Show them again. Let us try.
So which one is this? Which one is this?
That's the dog.
Dog.
Okay.
Clearly.
And then which one is this?
That's the dog.
You tried to trick us.
Okay. So this one's
that's the
bear.
Yeah. It's pretty easy.
You got it right. See, most people can tell the difference. But not one rural Chinese family, and by rural, I mean dumb, who are claiming they raised an Asiatic bear cub for 2 years, thinking it was a Tibetan Mastiff before they realized they were morons. Okay?
Are they blind?
No, they're just dumb. They're just idiots.
What did they think when the dog never barked?
Oh, there's 1,000 clues a day and they could have figured out.
What do they think when the bear got its snout stuck in honey jars all the time?
Yeah, this dog loves berries.
Yeah.
So
where the hell's he go all winter?
Those are weird paws for a dog.
Yeah, those claws, amazing. So Su
Climbing
Yun,
that tree, isn't he? That's what he's doing.
Su Yun, who lives outside of Kunming in Yunnan province, China, is said to have bought this puppy on vacation in 2016. This is actually an old story, but it got viral again, so we're covering it. And she was like, I'm on vacation, might as well buy a dog that's going to get up to 150 pounds, a Tibetan Mastiff puppy, So that's what the guys told her she was buying, was a Tibetan Mastiff puppy, a little vacation puppy to bring back home. But when they got this puppy home, Su Yun was amazed at how much the puppy ate, just downing whole boxes of fruit, buckets of noodles. This is like a day. But the fact that the fact that the puppy ate fruit like a bear wasn't enough to tip off Soo Yun. You know, she was like, my dog loves berries. He eats so many berries. Come look, see how many berries my dog eat.
He keeps standing on his back feet, raising his arms and growling at it.
Exactly. Yeah. That was another giveaway. One day the thing just started walking on its hind legs.
Yeah, bear cubs make a pretty unique sound that if you've seen a video of one, like they
don't
probably
bark.
all make. Right?
They don't
They make like this little like sound like that. Yeah, like you would know it's a bear.
I'm gonna
not a
test you
dog.
again, okay, guys?
Okay, all right.
One of them is gonna be a bear cub, Asiatic bear cub, and one of them is gonna be a Tibetan Mastiff puppy. See if you can tell the difference.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Those
Is that the
are
bear,
those are
Wes?
both bear cubs, I think.
Those are both bear, and then
I got,
this.
and that's the dog. That's the dog.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
They don't look anything alike at all.
No, this woman's a complete moron. She must be blind, Mark, or just or mentally challenged. I don't know what it is.
The puppies look less alike than the grown adults.
You know what? You know what it also could be. We'll let you finish the story, but like
Yeah.
it could be that she was so embarrassed of getting had that she wanted to just go with it.
Maybe.
Right, and just just
No, it's definitely not a bear. I didn't get had by this guy that sold me a bear. And said it was
that's a short-term plan though, because you're not thinking about
Some
when the
point.
bear becomes adult size.
At some point, you just hope the bear eats you. I guess I don't know.
you're like, I'll just deal with future me. Will deal with the adult bear in my house.
Yeah. And now to be fair to Dum Dum, I mean Soo Yun, Tibetan Mastiffs are giant dogs. They can get up to 150 pounds. So, you know, maybe like when they're a puppy, you can be like, hey, but eventually the bear gets astronomically larger than a fucking dog can get.
Right.
You know, by double basically.
Yeah.
So after
it's so
2
much
years,
more powerful. It could just rip your head off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
so
has
after 2
bear
years-
claws instead of dog paws. The claws.
yeah, it looks like a bear.
Yeah, it's got the
it looks-
bear claws are a bit different.
Yeah, it's got a bear face.
They make
yeah.
they make a donut named after him. They're so impressive.
Yeah.
So after 2 years, Soo Yun's dog weighed 250 pounds, and that's when she was like, hey, wait a minute. This dog is so big.
Yeah.
And then one day, she got really freaked out when the
One
dog started
second.
walking on two legs like a fucking bear, because it was a bear. And she told the media, she was like, the more he grew, the more like a bear he looked. And that makes sense because he was a bear.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense, Soo Yun.
Checks
Yeah.
out. Soo
And
Yun.
then she started to get worried because Soo Yun is scared of bears, and she quickly realized she was getting scared of her dog. And I think that's how she figured it out. It wasn't the barrels of berries and noodles. One day she just got scared and was like, "Oh, I'm not scared of dog, but I am scared of bear, and I'm scared of dog now."
I
So it
wake
must
up
be
every
bear."
morning and I skip the house.
So she deduced it with her own fears. Right?
connected the dots at that
Oh my
point.
God, bear in the house again.
Oh, I'm scared.
Makes sense.
I'm not scared of dog. I scared of bear. That's a bear. So she called the authorities, and they're like, "Yeah, moron, it's an Asiatic bear, which is actually classified as vulnerable. And
Now
you're
an
not allowed to
adult
have
bear
them
in
as
the
pets."
house. Yeah.
Did she have like pictures of her online? Like, because they looked at her social media. It's just her like fondling a bear. Like,
Yeah, there's one that when it got out, it was like of him in a cage. So they kept this like dog in like a fucking,
they kept it in the crate.
yeah, like a bear crate though.
Oh, that thing was
Like
gonna
thick
rip them
bars.
apart when it
All
got out.
of Soo Yun's classmates were like, "What is Soo Yun doing with this bear? What is she?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Online.
Nobody tell her. We hate her. We hate Soo Yun. Let it think. So the wildlife rescue people came out. They tranquilized the bear, and now it lives happily in the Yunnan Wildlife Rescue because they took it away from Soo Yun before it batted her head off one day.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's that. That's the first
Wild.
one.
I bet that bear liked her though. I mean, like you can.
Oh, I bet it was awesome by the time it was
if
2
you
years old.
raise a
See
bear from
Russians-
birth, yeah, they'll be friendly with you. Yeah.
I mean, this is a cool bear to own too.
It
One of these
is.
Asiatic bears.
It is
That
cool
is.
looking.
That's a cool bear.
I
And it
don't-
looks like he's got bear ears that you buy at like Disneyland on.
That bear, if you could domesticate it, which she kind of did, would be cool to own. But you still know it's a bear. Like you understand.
It was
that.
eating her out of house and home. This thing.
Right.
They eat a lot. If you guys ever watch those Russian videos of Russian guys with their trained
Hanging out
bears,
with them.
Yeah.
man, they have to feed them
drunk.
constantly. Like those,
Yeah.
they're always drunk. But
Otherwise,
the bear,
they kill you.
Yeah, you just have to
Right.
keep feeding the bear nonstop. Like it's just it hangs out with you, but you're just like always feeding it something else. And these Russian guys are just like drinking and like giving
Right.
it more food.
Your turn to feed the bear. I just did it for 30 minutes. Yeah.
I just made 80 pancakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, moving on, guys. China's live stream shopping industry, I don't know if you knew this, but it's estimated to be worth more than $700 billion. I think, which is way larger than like QVC, our live stream like shopping stuff that we do over here. I don't know. But it made $700 billion in 2023, and that's according to one company, McKinsey, whom I cheated
2022
used to
you
work
mean.
for. 2022, I guess. Yeah, 2022. Well, it's
Wait,
estimated
so
to
you're
be worth more. In 2023, it'll be $700 billion.
Okay.
It's online video shopping. It's like
It's live streaming.
it's like QVC on live stream. Okay,
I
gotcha.
think like TikTok live streaming. Yeah. It's the
Oh, okay.
same. Remember that the clothing company, the Lulu whatever.
Yeah, the
Remember
not
that?
Lululemon, but the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, they would do the live streams and be like,
Yes.
sold. That's what they're doing.
Lulu
Yeah,
Rose.
Lulu Rose.
Yeah, I got that. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got you. Yeah.
So online shopping streams are huge in China, and one of the best-selling items for those streams is women's lingerie, women's clothing, right? Women be shopping, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Women be shopping.
Yes,
Michael B.
that's
Jordan.
right. That's right.
I mean,
No,
what hardworking Chinese man doesn't want to come home, long day, see his wife dressed in some sexy lingerie? They're men just like us, right? They're just tinier. But you see, China has some very
Their
strange
little
stupid
smiles. Their tiny
Yeah.
little smiles.
laws. Oh, I love you.
Well, he wants to see that lingerie. He wants to see that little lingerie.
Every man does, right?
Yeah, of course.
Every straight man. The government, so they have weird laws in there over in China. The government basically banned pornography. They filter all websites that have anything remotely scandalous, and they censor everything that enters the country that's obscene or whatever. They have all these obscenity laws, like kind
Their
of like
public internet, from what I understand, is basically like the CCP's VPN.
like Sharia law over there.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
like
like
you-
it's
yeah.
like getting something in jail. It goes through a few guards' hands before
Exactly.
it
Like
gets to you. Yeah.
you never get anything that's not reviewed by
No,
the
it's
government
Yeah,
first.
even
Also,
literature,
in Chinese.
even
Right.
literature. So, and you know what else they consider porn now, and obscene material is women in lingerie.
Victoria's
That's
Secret
why
style. Yeah.
they have banned women from modeling lingerie for these lucrative live streams. But that wasn't going to stop companies from showing potential customers what
They
lingerie
just put them on
might look like.
mannequins.
Yeah, it makes
Right.
sense.
You think that, instead of, the mannequins would be a great option, right?
Even robots these days, like
Right.
robots will be modeling shit for sure.
Sure.
But you know what? The mannequins didn't have any movement. The robots might freak out. So they turned to the next best thing,
soon.
men. And
Oh,
they looked at the man.
That's not pornographic. A man.
They
in
thought
women's
that was
lingerie.
better than robots.
That's less pornographic.
Right.
With
Because,
Nuts.
the
hanging
men
out.
have slightly, the nuts aren't hanging out.
Okay.
And they don't have,
Bottoms? Are they
don't
doing
have
the bottoms?
I'll show you some videos in a second. So, it's not like the broads over there are packing, giant breasts or anything. I'm not just stereotyping. I actually looked up which countries have the smallest breasts, and check out this map that I found. This is a hilarious map.
What a map.
So the lighter the color purple, the smaller the tit.
Dude, Canada, USA, and Russia are crushing in tit size.
Now, how much?
Holy
How
shit.
much of the USA's is fake though? Like, because
And
boob
fat.
jobs. Yeah, fake and fat.
And fat, because the BMI in the U.S. is also the highest. So I don't know if it's
Yeah,
how much is-
Australia is strong too, and so is Brazil. But Russia, America, and Canada, wow,
Yep. and
Those-
the UK, yeah.
those
And
are
you
the
see-
lands of the knockers.
Yeah, and you see China right there, very light purple, because their average cup size is AA to A, and for the comparison of the U.S., the average size is C, but we're also the fattest. Like I
Also,
said.
was that Poland in there, Wes? I don't know. I saw a little dark. Yeah, Poland.
Yeah, Polish. chicks
And they're
awesome.
dumb. So big. That's a great combination. Bunch of big
Right.
titted idiots.
Should be a bullseye on Poland. To put it in reference, we all have bigger tits than the average Chinese woman.
Right.
I mean, that's just what's going on. So anyway, there's really no difference in
know
how
I
the
do.
lingerie would be filled out. So they started using men to model lingerie. And I got to tell you, if I see a man in a piece of lingerie, I'm not going to buy it just because that's what I'm going to think about when I see it on my wife. It's like, oh, that was on a man. But here's some video that they did of these live streams with these men, and these men are so defeated.
Oh no, they
it's
don't want to
amazing.
be in the
Yeah,
lingerie.
some of them are laughing just so they don't cry. But
Oh, it's not. Oh, they really make him wear the whole thing.
yeah,
He's modeling the shawl.
See,
He's doing dances?
Why can't women? What's the difference in pornography if it's a man versus a woman?
Because I guess this is too scandalous if it's a woman.
Because they're obsessed with tits. They're offended by tits.
This is so weird.
This is my favorite.
Oh, he's doing the hard hands.
What if some guys figure out they're gay because when they buy the lingerie, they're disappointed when it's on their girlfriend? They're like, oh, I liked it better on Jim.
Yeah, weird. They need to
That's
do
how I
this
know.
more though. They're now doing it with no face. The no face was a lot more effective because it didn't throw you off. It wasn't like, holy shit, there's a dude with a bowl cut wearing this.
Yeah.
Why don't they just do it with small-breasted women?
Well, again,
Because
too
it's still a woman.
pornographic.
It's still a
But if-
woman.
okay,
It's
I
still
don't get it.
sexual. Because
Mark,
it's obscene, Mark.
It's like Wes said with the Sharia law, right? It's like
No, it's not.
we are so manly. We're so manly and we're so sexual that you can't even put that in front of us. Because if you did, imagine what would happen.
We'd be down at the studio.
You'd buy it. You'd
Right.
buy
You'd
more.
buy
of
it for your wife. Right.
Yeah.
Society would collapse.
Right.
I guess.
This is not great for lingerie
people's heads
sales.
would pop
people.
off. Nothing
Yeah.
would get done. That's what they think. Nothing would get done.
The email that these lingerie companies put out probably was not a very uplifting one to the company. Like, hey, we got an uphill battle here. No more women models. We're going to use men.
Just these guys. Yeah.
So, half of us are going to be losing our jobs soon.
Yeah,
Obviously.
and for people who couldn't see the guy's like demeanor, it was horrible. I mean, he looked so sad. Like Wes said, he was just like dejected, shoulders slumped. Like
It was last
oh,
report.
He's like, it was the look of my friends are never going to let me hear the end of this. I'm the first male lingerie model.
Yeah, that's why they're still wearing masks. They probably don't even need to. But people are pissed off because they're like, hey, this is taking women's jobs. This should be a job that's filled by a woman, and they're absolutely right. Yeah. But just like in the U.S., people are getting on the comments and like, fucking with them, being like, hey, why don't you finish taking it off there, big guy? And that guy wears it better than the girl, so they're giving these guys shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Cat calling him. Wes, it's interesting you bring up about the women's jobs. So China's one of the other things they talked about besides reincorporating Taiwan faster with these new things that they're going for, they're trying to actually give women more time to produce babies as opposed to working because they have such a bad birth decline. So that's probably also something that might be like they want women to work less.
Then let the women model the lingerie to get people horned up.
Right.
That's right.
You think that this one would slide with
That's right.
This one's a little off.
Yeah. So what the hell, China?
Yeah.
I guess they figure that like you can procreate without getting horny, but I don't know about that. I don't agree with China.
Makes it a lot harder.
Makes it a lot harder.
All right. Okay. Well, okay. If you remember last week, I gave Massachusetts a bit of a hard time. There were 2 high schools that had issues with overusing their power, costing the local taxpayers like tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds. But I try to be fair on this show. I don't like biases. I try to be open-minded. I correct things when I find out I'm wrong, which is about 20% of the time. And I like to give credit. My voice cracks. I don't even like saying that. And I like to give credit where it's due. And there are a few local business owners in Whately, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Whately, Whatley, Whately, Massachusetts, that deserve credit. I'm talking about Nicholas Spagnola and Julia Sokal, owners of strip club Castaway at 226 State Road, guys that don't get what China's doing over there with the lingerie. Now, these guys had a real tough time, as did a lot of strip club owners during COVID, right? In fact, they were forced to shut down for a while, and they thought, damn, right? Like, because people weren't really going to strip clubs in the middle of COVID, like in the early parts of COVID.
I just looked it up. It says temporarily closed. I just looked at it.
Yeah, exactly. So they thought like, damn, we're being ostracized even more than normal for simply trying to let a few alcoholics shove ones in single moms' assholes. And they had a come to Jesus moment, so to speak. What are we going to do with this business in this building? Okay. We're still paying rent. We still have the building. We love tits. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Love tits.
What do you guys do in this situation? Just market more? What do you do?
Maybe.
Prostitution?
Had they tried the buffet, right? Or that.
Buffet. buffet. Okay, good call. Like escort it out a little bit, brothel it out a little bit, throw a buffet in there. Good options.
Yeah, a little lunchtime.
One or both of them had a bit of a better moment there. They had like a fucking apple fall on their head from a tree, or they saw the bathtub water rise and said "Eureka," and they realized they should just transition the strip club business into a topless cannabis dispensary business where all of the people selling you weed are big-breasted strippers.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, great tits.
That is not topless.
I'm looking for a sativa edible.
Yeah. They're normally bud tenders, but these ones would be boob tenders.
Yes. Yeah, you heard it right. So anyways, these heroes have to jump through a bunch of red tape just to get the good citizens of Whately and tourists traveling through dinner and a show. Like, for example, convincing the town board at the town hall meetings, right?
Oh, come on. They got to go for this. So this is like, okay, if it's like 21 and up, because it already is, because to buy, right? So it's already going to be 21 and up. I mean, like, there's a lot of good synergy going on with this idea at Club Castaway.
It's the best idea I've ever heard. Here is one of the owners telling these nerds at this town hall, and I had to really trim this down, that they want to reopen the Castaway Club as a strip club now and transition it to a topless cannabis shop soon. Let's see how it went at the town hall meeting.
Okay.
Kind of a big picture idea. Just wanted to put it out there for feedback, and just get some feedback on moving the cannabis license to 226 State Road, operating a dispensary, and even having a topless dispensary.
Yeah.
Do we have documentation for the cannabis license for the Shine Diamond LLC?
In my possession right now, no.
Nope, don't have that yet.
And Brian, do you happen to know, would this trigger having to go before the planning board again?
Brian's on mute. Brian's on mute. They can't even get their shit together.
Dude, Brian's taking bingers.
Yeah.
He doesn't want him to hear the
We
bong.
can't hear you by the phone.
How about now?
Now we can hear you.
All right. I would think it would be a change of use. So I think they would have to go for a special permit through the ZBA.
So we're not really the last word on any of this anyway.
When you say
Worthless.
some have opened and there haven't been any issues, do you mean cannabis consumption sites or topless cannabis consumption sites like you're proposing?
No, as far as I know, there's no topless cannabis dispensaries in Massachusetts. I'm not sure if any exist in the country.
Breaking
Of
ground.
course, I have to ask, who's going to be topless?
Who's going to be topless?
Yeah.
Not getting it, guys.
It may surprise you, but there's
The women.
we've never had a shortage of employees who want to work at Castaways.
Oh, I'm
And
sure. I'm just asking.
I do think some of our former employees that we've worked with would love to be involved with something like this, and we're confident we could create the protocol to create a safe working environment like we did at Castaways the short time we were operational.
Yeah, I sort of feel like at this point, I'm not sure that we really have much input to make. I mean, you've presented the idea, and so I don't have anything else to say. Okay.
Well, thanks a lot. Really appreciate the time.
Yep.
Dude, Phil
Thanks
is
for coming
in.
to the meeting.
Thank you.
What's the target open date?
Great. So great. Next on the agenda is
He's got 1 out of 7
Dale
votes.
Kowaki from the Franklin Regional Retirement System.
There you go. The next guy's just some guy that works for the retirement system. You had to sit through 15 minutes of them talking about
Bore.
some absolute bore named Dale who was just waiting for his turn.
We'd like a ramp at the
Yeah, exactly.
the public library. A new
Wow,
ramp, please.
That's a tough act to follow. I was asking for a ramp. But yeah, they didn't really need to show up to that meeting, but they were just doing a courtesy thing. And all the permits they have to get are not from them. Dale even went on. Dale was so frustrated from the retirement thing that I was almost clipped it for you, but I can summarize. They asked him what he wanted, and he said a 2% increase in some sort of social security thing instead of a 3% or whatever. And he was asking for it, and he's like, "We need the board to vote on it." And then that lady who was running it was like, she interrupted, and she was like, "Now, when you say the board, you don't mean us, is that correct?" And he goes, "Yeah, believe it or not, there are other boards besides you in the world."
Busting on the city council.
Yeah, the city council is really getting shit on. The whole 2.5 hour meeting.
That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
City council. I love city council is where the rubber meets the road in America. That is where you find the best politics in action, right there.
It's true.
Yeah, stuff gets done.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
Not
like
from that town hall, but yes.
Well, not that,
try.
but once he gets the cannabis license, he goes back. You know, he's got Phil Silverman's vote. Silverman's in.
Phil is in. Phil couldn't have been more excited about this. He was like, "This is great."
He was texting his buddies. That's why he was silent.
Oh yeah. See him gulping from his big red cup of probably like vodka.
It's happening.
He had an awkwardly large red Solo cup that he was drinking from.
That's awesome.
That was the best town hall meeting he's ever been to. So yeah, that's it. So again, hats off to Massachusetts. Big hats off to Massachusetts this week.
Nice work.
Going for the first cannabis topless bar in maybe the world. You know, it's like a big moment. It's like the first movie theater ever. You know?
That's going to change everything.
Yeah,
that's good. It's good stuff. Can't wait for them to do it because then Vegas will get jealous and Nevada will have to get some.
Yeah, 100%.
Brilliant idea. So it was close to the blowjob in the car thing. It was close.
Really close.
Yeah. Good guess.
Next
All right.
Next.
Let's do the wheel. Everyone should be on tomorrow, so we're gonna spin it for coffee.
Is that the Home Depot song?
Sounds like it.
That was disco.
Wes dialed himself up.
Whoa.
Have your coffee.
There you go.
There it is.
That's the show.
Thank
you all so much for joining. Spread the word, but we hope you get out there today and you have a great fucking day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.